I am Dr. Rupa Iyengar here. Today I am going to talk about some of the gynec operations of cervix. Cervix is the lowermost portion of the uterus. It connects vagina with the main body of the uterus. It is divided into ectocervix, that is a part seen in vagina, and supravaginal portion. Opening in the center of the cervix is known as external os. Cervix is about 2.5 centimeter long, and the endocervix or endocervical canal is a tunnel through which the cervix is limited by external os below and internal os above. You can see this picture of the cervix which shows internal os and external os. In between there is endocervical canal, and that is the external os seen. Histology of the cervix. The endocervical mucosa is about 3 mm thick, and it is lined with a single layer of columnar mucous epithelium. This contains many tubular mucous glands, and they will empty their viscous saline alkaline mucus into the lumen. The ectocervix is covered with the non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium, which resembles the squamous epithelium lining the vagina. And the junction between these two types of epithelia is called squamocolumnar junction. It is important to remember the external part is covered by squamous epithelium and the endocervix is covered by columnar epithelium. The squamocolumnar junction of the cervix, as you see here, there is a squamous epithelium on the left side, and on the right side there is a columnar epithelium. Cervical ectopy or cervical erosion. This is a condition when the squamous epithelium of the ectocervix is replaced by the columnar epithelium. And because the columnar epithelium is single line, the capillaries, blood vessels under that epithelium is seen, and basically when squamous epithelium is covering the cervix, it looks pink. Whereas now it will look red, and it will give an appearance of a raw area. So this is what is known as cervical erosion or cervical ectopy. There is no abrasion or break, but it looks red. So it is called as cervical erosion. Now these cervical erosion are of two types. One is congenital. So at the birth, because of the high estrogen level in the mother, which goes into the female fetal body, the newborn will have a small erosion which heals spontaneously after 3-4 days once this estrogen level in the baby's circulation is normal, or it is reduced rather. And the acquired is often the transition because of high estrogen, or there is a variable ratio of estrogen progesterone, or in the pregnancy, and sometimes women taking oral contraceptive pills, they may have this erosion. It may be or may not be associated with infection or chronic cervicitis. This is a picture of cervical erosion. You can see the vaginal wall which is pink, cervix which is pink, which is covered by squamous epithelium, whereas the part which is covered by columnar epithelium is reddish in color. Now what are the Nabothian follicles? Nabothian follicle or Nabothian cyst is a mucus-filled cyst on the surface of the cervix. They are often caused when stratified squamous epithelium of the ectocervix grows over the simple columnar epithelium of the endocervix and blocks the mouth of the underlying glands. This is one picture. On the left side you can see a normal cervix, and the next to it is Nabothian cyst of the follicles. Another picture on the right side shows a Nabothian cyst which is pale yellow in color. Now, cervical erosion. What are the clinical symptoms? Very often they are symptomless. They do not have any symptoms. If they have symptoms, it is often increased mucoid discharge PV. or it could be blood stain discharge per vagina. Sometimes they complain of intermenstrual bleeding, or there may be dyspareunia, or there may be contact bleeding. In case there is infection, the discharge can be offensive and highly irritant. Often they have associated backache or pelvic pain or infertility. Which are the signs? On the speculum examination, you will see a bright red area at external os. This is well defined